Okay, second file management assignment. You should have already finished the About Me. Now we're going to do another file management. This one was just kind of fun, a get to know me or get to know you type activity. For this one, it's a little more serious. This is where we're going to keep all of our Adobe stuff. For those of you who are working on Adobe Suite, I want an Adobe CC folder. And then inside that folder, we'll have an Illustrator, Photoshop, Audition, and Premiere. And then inside each of those, I want these subfolders. I want development and production. And then these are just examples. Like these are things that I would make because my band's name is the Garland Pool. I'm doing a website for Bug Bites, so I have some Illustrator files that I've created for that. And then I have my testing site that I made that also has some, I've had the need to create some Illustrator files for that. So let's go to my drive. And in my drive, this is my teacher drive, I have ninth, I call this ninth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth technology. So I'm just going to go inside here to keep my stuff organized since it is a technology. I already have Adobe folders, but for you, I want you to have your own organization according to this layout that I've shown you. We'll call it Adobe CC. That's Creative Cloud. Create that. And there it is. Now let's go inside there. And remember, inside this folder, we want Illustrator, Photoshop, Audition, and Premiere. So let's go back over here and new folder, Illustrator, Photoshop, Audition, and Premiere. Okay. And inside Illustrator, we want development, production, imported work, and favorite fonts. Imported work will be like when you bring in artwork or clip art or something from elsewhere, something that's not that's not your own. And then favorite fonts is kind of an important one, at least in my time working with media stuff, is that oftentimes you'll find a font you want and you'll download it and then you use it in a project like maybe for the title of this, and later you'll try to make another one like it and you'll be like, oh my god, where's that font I used? And so I've made it a habit to try to put fonts I use a lot, stuff that's really stuff that I have to go download again. After downloading it a number of times, I just started putting them in a favorite fonts folder just to save myself that step. So Illustrator, we want development, production, imported work, and favorite fonts. So Illustrator, new folder, development. Okay. Production. Imported work. Work. And favorite fonts. Right now, looking at the development folder, you're going to need a subfolder for individual. Development folder is where you put stuff that you're working on, you're developing it. Production is where you put it when it's all done. So you want the editable files here. For example, the Adobe Illustrator files that actually get opened and edited. But once you've finished the project and you sort of combine all the images into one, they'll go here. That way you don't have to fumble around looking in here where all these parts and pieces are. You've got a folder that just has the finished product. for each of these things. So that's what I want you to do. For now, you won't really have. Here's a development. You know, I'm just making this up as a fictitious, although I have actually created for the Garland pool. That's my band. But you'll just need to make up your own project name. So what was it? Bug Bites. That's a bee identification site that I'm doing for somebody. And then another one that's RSO test. And the lowercase capital scheme that I'm using here on all of these is actually intentional to make the letters stand out and stuff. So continue doing that for each of these. There's no subfolders inside imported work or favorite fonts, but inside Photoshop, you'll need to make a development. And inside that development folder, album covers, movie posters, these are all things that projects that you're going to be doing for the class. So you'll need to make subfolders for each of those. And then carry on for audition, make all these. This would be like a local artist one, local artist two. These are Audition is an audio recording program, and so for me, I've got my band, and these are the albums that I've created. So they go under my band name, but uh, theoretically, you might also, if you're running a recording studio, you might have another artist, and they would have albums inside each of them. And then when you're all done, you don't want all your tracks mixed up. So that's why there's got to be, for this band, there's one album that has all the tracks, and then another folder that has all the tracks for that album, and so on. Same for Premiere. We got development. Let's say I've actually created a couple of music videos, one at Riverside Park, another one at Tom Pierce Park. And then for another artist, a local artist, I did a home studio music video for her. And those are the development folders. So that's where all the editable files are. And it's kind of a mess in there. That's why it's really important to keep these things organized. But once the product is, the project is finished, you compile it and then put it in the production folder. And probably it might be a good idea in the production folder, since I have multiple artists, to put all the Garland Pool stuff in one. And in which case, it would look like this. And Sarah on Brooks would be another folder. That way, my projects and her projects don't get mixed up. Yeah. Oh, we don't need these for Premiere. It's just there because I copied and pasted. Okay, so follow this tree for your organizational folders, and that's the assignment.